So I turned 51 in August, and that means that my body doesn't move quite as good as it used to. Over a year ago, when I started this adventure, I had a few goals. The first was to see as many beautiful areas of nature as possible, and the second was to improve my ability to hike. With each stop I make, I challenge myself to hike further and try harder trails than the stop before. And while sometimes I'm limited by my fear, animals, hiking alone, these are all things I'm working on. More often than not, I'm limited by my physical capability. So I'm a Florida girl, and elevation changes, rock scrambling, and the like are not something that I'm used to. And when I started hiking, I was so frustrated that I couldn't do some of these things. But once I shifted my perspective, all of that changed. I started to tell myself that the goal was not to finish the hike. Instead, it was to do more than I did last time. So in Acadia, that meant I was trying a trail labeled moderate hard that had a ton of rock scrambling. I only made it a quarter of the way, but scrambled a bunch by myself, and I was super proud of myself. In the Great Smoky Mountain National Park, that meant hiking Kewohi at 6,600 feet of elevation, straight uphill. Now this trail was so hard for me at the time, and I was embarrassed that I had to stop and rest so much. But I just did it. I decided to stop caring about what other people thought. In reality, no one really cares what I'm doing anyway, and just try. And I made it. In Grand Teton, it meant hiking until I couldn't handle my own fear down a trail known for grizzlies by myself. I pushed my discomfort to the max and then said, "Good job," and turned around. Because in a culture where perfection is the standard, I choose to say effort and progress are the actual win. Because every time I try a difficult hike, every time I step out of my comfort zone, it's a huge win. And it's working. I hiked 7 miles at 6,000 feet of elevation a few weeks ago without any problem. I rock scrambled on my hands and knees without pain and without fear. Showing up for myself teaches my brain that I'm capable and my body that it can do hard things. So my middle-aged lady advice for you is to just try and know that the effort is the real measure of success, not the achievement.